speaking of video games, there's a video game adaptation on the way. Netflix announced a Castlevania animated series, adult R-rated animated series. And apparently,
I have not heard that it's going to be adult-focused.
That's what I heard.
And R-rated.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But the cool thing about Netflix is they pretty much have free reign to do whatever they want.
With their original programming, they sure as hell do.
Right. Now, the guy that's making it, I can't remember. We had just talked about it.
Are you talking about the producer, Adi Shankar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's what else? What all has he been involved in?
I watched a couple of videos that talked about it earlier today before I came over. He did the dark and gritty Power Rangers teaser thing.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. I like that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Okay, so that actually makes me a little more excited now for this.
And he was also apparently a producer on something else that I can't think of.
Yeah,
that they were talking about. So.
Yeah, no, I remember that, and no, that was really cool. The Power Rangers thing that he did, and you know what? If it wasn't for that, maybe we wouldn't be getting this Power Rangers reboot right now because it got a lot of attention and. It was good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this Castlevania, he says it's going to be a dark, satirical take on the vampire genre, and it's going to flip it on its ear, or flip it on its head, or something like that.
Subvert the genre.
Right. So,
but
is there any way to how do you subvert the vampire genre?
Every new vampire thing subverts the genre.
And it was like zombies were like the big thing for a while, and then it seemed like for a while vampires were coming back because you had like True Blood and Twilight and all these kind of things, and even movies like Let the Right One In and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how well a Castlevania story is going to work. I appreciate the fact that it's going to be animated, because I think it might be a little too cheesy if it was live action, because it does take place in like medieval times if you're following the original stories with like Simon Belmont and the Belmont family. But think about what they can do in this series, because what kind of monsters do you fight in Castlevania? Like the creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein's monster, mummies, Grim Reapers, Dracula, bats. I just want to see a scene where he like cracks his whip and accidentally crushes a wall and finds like a cooked turkey behind it.
Yes. Yeah. That scene needs to be.
And I'm just wondering how much satire can you fit in a animated Castlevania series, and what are you supposed to be satirizing? Are you supposed to be satirizing the game itself? Are you supposed to be satirizing the vampire genre, or are you going to be satirizing modern events happening in this setting,
right?
In this medieval setting.
I will pause you briefly because, and I was watching. Actually, we were talking about GameStop earlier. Yeah. GameSpot, their YouTube channel, posted a video that was talking specifically about this Castlevania TV show, and they were saying that, from what they had heard, it was going to be based on the last person in the Belmont line. So it's not so it's probably going to take place in some of the later games. That's according to GameSpot.
Yeah, and I haven't played all the Castlevania games. I played the ones on the NES, and I played one of, I think it was like, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was one of the ones on the Game Boy Advance.
I have never played any of them.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We're going to take everything with a grain of salt, because if you recall, for a while there were rumors about a Zelda series coming to Netflix that never really panned out. It's just going to be... there's no voice actors confirmed, but they're saying it's either going to come out either late this year or early next year. Yeah, so they better get on it, because animation takes a while, doesn't it?
Well, and the guy, Adi Shankar, he'd been in an interview with like Nickelodeon or something, Nickelodeon Animation. He was doing an interview, and he was talking about adapting one of the most popular video game series in the last 30 years, and this was
maybe one of the most popular video game series 30 years ago. I mean, they really haven't done a lot lately.
Either way, this interview was done like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
So like potentially this dude has been working on this for Netflix for the last 2 years.
You got to think though, if it is going to be in like an R-rated series, it is going to appeal to people like our age who played the original games when we were young. I don't know a lot of young people that are like into Castlevania.
No, I couldn't tell you.
But it'll be interesting. I'd like to see how it goes. If you have any questions, comments, or anything that you want to say about the Castlevania Netflix series, leave them in the comments below. But for right now, let's move on.